So you're having a major struggle in your love life or no success in your dating experience. You've been following April, the loveologist, but you still have some questions, such as, will coaching work for me? Is the pricing within my reach? What will my friends think? Do I even have the time for coaching? Well, lovebirds, today is certainly your day. So stick around until the end because I am going to answer these 4 questions and more. Lovebirds, welcome to Ask the Loveologist. I'm April, the loveologist. Let me say that again. I'm your favorite loveologist, and I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. So take a moment, grab your drink of water, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn. And by all means, today is the day you want to make sure that you tell a friend, because I know many of your friends out there have had questions and they really want to know and understand how it works when you work with a dating coach, matchmaker, and particularly with April, the loveologist. So just take a minute there and let me get a drink of water here right quick. Now, if you should have questions, be sure that you put those over there in the chat box, because what I normally do is I try to make sure that I get every question and comment during the broadcast before we end the broadcast. It looks like we're going pretty good. I see comments over there in the comment section. If you are out there, go ahead and actually say hello to me so I can know which platform you're on. And that would be wonderful because I do like to know who's on which platform and what state you might be tuning in from. So let's start our discussion today here. Let's talk about some simple, basic differences between a dating coach and a relationship counselor. Now, a relationship counselor typically works with couples, whether they be engaged or maybe they've been a couple seeing each other for a long time, or they may even be married. Another thing that this relationship counselor might do is they would actually ask things about the past. They would have you go back into your history and share some things that have been going on so that they can assist you. Now, myself as a dating coach, what we do is we go from now into the future. And what we're trying to do is help you to understand yourself as well as get to the goals that you would like in your future. So let me just tell you a few examples here. I have a client who lives in India. And the first session we had, it was quite interesting. I was like, why is this person still single? There was all this charisma. They looked good. They were built nice. They were groomed very well. And they could communicate extremely well. And I was like, why is this person still single? And as we continued to communicate, what I realized was the person was shy. Now, I didn't bring it up to them. I didn't tell them to go back in their history and share with me, what caused them to be a shy person. But what I did was, on our next session, I had exercises for him to do to help him come up out of his shyness. And he probably didn't even know that's what I was doing, but that's what I did. I just gave him the exercises to work on. So as I was saying, these are just some of the basic differences between the dating coach and the matchmaker. Another thing too about the dating coach is this: when I went to get certified and I had signed up and I was all ready to get certified and learn how I was going to run a business and be this big, well known coach and all of this and that, what happened along the way was I changed. All the information that I was gaining changed me as a person. And so now I actually handle relationships a whole lot different than what I did in my earlier years. And I'm going to tell you, my feminine side came out as well. So that's just to let you know a little bit of difference between the the dating coach and the relationship coach. And I'm going to tell you, my favorite niece is a relationship coach, and she basically deals with couples, and I deal with dating singles. So I'm going to tell you, if you work with me for a while and then you become a couple, I'm going to refer you to her. If you go to her first and you're a single person and you're wanting to level up your dating, she's going to refer you to me. So again, these are just some tiny little differences between a dating coach and a relationship coach. So let's get a little more specific here. When you work with me, April, the loveologist, the first area I want to talk about that you're going to benefit from is my experience. You know, unlike other persons that you may have heard of or encountered before, I'm not just sharing information with you that I read in a book. I actually have real life experience in what I'm sharing with you or how I'm coaching you. I have dated Hispanics, I've dated Caucasian, I even married a Ghanaian. So again, it's not just something that I've read in a book or maybe learned in a class. I've experienced a lot of online dating. So let me tell you, excuse me, the first time I gave the online dating a test, I had all my little stuff set up, my profile and everything, and said, okay, it's done. Put it out there. Went to bed, woke up the next day. I went from 0 messages in my message box to 18 messages the next morning. And I'm going to tell you, I have so much experience with online dating that I can actually be a one-woman conference for about 5 days. And when I taught the class on online dating safety, I think they got a feel for that because I shared a lot of things with them to help with the online dating safety. So as I said earlier when we started the broadcast, I'm a certified matchmaker. And today we're focusing on the matchmaking part that I do. So the thing is, being certified, that means not only do I have my own experiences to share with you from, but I've also been certified and I have learned of many, many different scenarios that I can assist you with. And so I know a lot of people want to go and get dating advice from a family member or a friend, but your friends and your family members do not have the vast knowledge that I have from my own experience and from being certified. Another thing about this area right here and my experience and how you're going to benefit from it is this. I also have a master's degree in training and development. And so one thing about people who have graduate degrees, whether it be a master's or a PhD, one thing we all know, and that is how to research. So if you should come to me with something that I don't know about, believe me, I know how to research and find out about it. And not just find out from a book, but I have colleagues who actually are in the relationship arena. And we can all share these things together so that we all are solid. So what I'm trying to say here is, even if you do share something or you ask me something that I don't have immediate knowledge of, I'm definitely going to find you an answer. So I also wanted to share with you my favorite testimonial. I was sitting at my computer one day just working on some marketing things, and in my Facebook Messenger, it pinged and popped up, and this young lady says, "Miss April, I have met a guy and he has asked me to be his girlfriend." And I'm like, "What?" And so I keep on reading, and she says, "I would not have thought about or paid any attention to interracial dating if I had not met you." And I'm like, "Oh, this is interesting," because she definitely had my attention by that time. So I began to message her back and ask her a few questions. But the questions I was asking weren't just general questions like everybody would ask somebody when they're dating somebody new. I began to ask her questions that were related to the things that I have been teaching. And as I asked her one question by one question by one question, she said yes to everything. And so what she was telling me was everything I had shared and taught, the guy did. And so that helped me to really, really feel confident, or shall I say even more confident in what I share as a dating coach by telling her these things ahead of time. And when they happened, she was all ready for it. So during the first 6 months or so of their relationship, I would go and check their Facebook just like I did on this particular day. And I would see them, they had been to this place or they had been to that place, because she was actually a fashion designer and she had to travel a lot. He was co-owner in 2 businesses. So she would need to go somewhere because she needed to go get some fabric, or maybe she needed to go do a fashion show, and he would meet her there and they would just enjoy the town. So as I looked and kept keeping up with them on Facebook, I would see these photos where they were in this city and they were standing against this wall and there was all different kinds of artwork on the wall. So you could tell where they were according to the different statues and pieces of art that you saw. And they were just having a ball. I could tell they were just having a ball. And like I said, that is my favorite couple story that I really like to share. So in the area of my experiences, there's 2 big benefits that you're going to get. There's probably a ton more, but I want to talk about these 2. Before going on dates, you're going to have a basic insight as to the dating habits of the culture of the person that you're going to go out with. So you're going to be, shall I say, somewhat prepared before you go out and encounter some things that you may not normally encounter. And the second thing I want to say that's going to be a big benefit for you because of the experience I have is that you're going to know the hidden secrets of online dating before you step into that arena. And I know a lot of people, once I tell them that the reason they are struggling with online dating, or they're saying they just don't like it, it's because they don't have the knowledge of what those secret things are that involve online dating. So there you have it. You have my experience and you have 2 great benefits that you would receive from working with me. Now let's move on to number 2. The second thing that you're going to benefit from when you work with me as a dating coach is that my friends say that I'm a great listener. I remember the first time I heard a friend say that and I was like, huh? They said, yes, you are a great listener. And I was like, okay. So because I'm a great listener, my relationship with you is going to be very, very unique. I'm going to get to know you. I'm going to learn about your strengths. We are not only just going to get to know each other, but we are going to get to work quickly in our relationship. I'm going to learn about your challenges, your personality, your goals in life, not just your goals that have to do with dating, but your goals in life in other areas. What is it that you truly desire deeply in your mate? And so the way you're going to benefit from the fact that I listen very well is you will actually obtain an unshakable clarity on what it is that you desire in your forever partner. And let me tell you, once this happens, you get this clarity because I'm going to be working with you because I know what it is you desire and what you want to have and what you don't want to have. Once this happens, this clarity, this unshakable clarity, your entire dating experience is going to level up quickly, very quickly. So now you have two basic benefits that you are going to have because you're working with April, the loveologist. So now let's take us a little break here. Now's a great time for me to actually reset. In case you just joined us, I'm April, your favorite loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. Today, our topic is benefits of working with a dating coach and matchmaker. And we're focused on the dating coach part today. So let me check over here on these comments and see what's happening if there's questions. All right. Well, so far, I don't see any questions or comments that I need to. Oh, I do see a comment. I'm sorry. As I was talking about the difference between the dating coach and the matchmaker, one of the things that I did not say was that did I say dating coach and matchmaker? Okay, let's correct that. Between the dating coach and the relationship counselor is that the relationship counselor also works with people one-on-one. And so, again, these are some things that you can kind of compare between the dating coach and the relationship counselor. Now, you may have heard a few things so far that have motivated you to actually want to go ahead and get on my calendar so that we can have that initial chat to see exactly what areas you would need my assistance in. So I'm going to put in the comments the link to my calendar so that you can go ahead and hop on there, reserve your spot, and we can have you scheduled so that we can go ahead and do that initial consult and decide how we are going to work together. Another thing that I wanted to remind you of is that I have been saying all month that we are going to release our first publication of our newsletter. Well, it will be published on Thursday, March the 28th. If you have already signed up, you can expect to see that in your mailbox. If you're new to this concept of this newsletter, the title of the newsletter is Interracial Love Chronicles, Insights for Navigating Your Interracial Dating Experience. I'm putting that in the chat as well. There's a link there. If you've not signed up already, you can. So we can make sure we get that first issue out to you. And again, if you should happen to have any questions while we're going through this broadcast, be sure that you put those in the comments so that we can get to them before we sign off. Now, let's move back into our topic at hand. The third area that I want to talk about that you're going to benefit from when you work with me as a dating coach is the fact that I typically share with you with no fluff, no sugarcoat. You see, my objective is to help you connect and maintain your relationship with your forever partner and be the winner who is standing in the winner's circle. And if you don't know what I mean by the winner's circle, I'm talking about standing at the altar so that you can say, I do. So yes, I'm going to tell it to you straight because I want you to get there. If there's a habit that you need to stop, we're going to end it. If you need a mindset shift, we're going to have you thinking in a whole different direction. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about there. I met this young lady on a networking event, and she decided that she really needed to talk to me. And so we set up this appointment so we could have that first initial chat. And we had this one conversation. I don't remember exactly what she said to me, but I responded to her with a question that made her really think about what she had just said to me. And she was like, oh. 2 weeks later, she messaged me in the group where we had been doing the networking. And she said, every time you post something, I am making sure that I support you because when we had that chat, you had me to rethink some things from my childhood, from the way my family handles things when it comes to dating. And now I've gone out with my first white guy. And so she and I have been friends for a while, and she's been dating outside her culture for quite a while. So like I said, I'm going to give it to you straight so that we can go ahead and get things changed and adjusted the way you need them to be. And if it's a mindset shift, we're going to get that done. Because like I said, in 2 weeks after us having that one conversation, this young lady was already out dating guys from another culture. Let me check these comments over here again. The fourth area that we want to discuss here is the question of, is the pricing within my reach? Well, I offer a few different things for you. I offer you group coaching. That means there's courses. Those courses might be on flirting, they may be on vetting, they may be on online dating, several other courses also. Also, we have the one-on-one packages. The one-on-one packages go from 1 month to 12 months or a year, if you want to put it that way. All of this is priced to fit your budget. One of the things about the one-on-one packages is that not only would you be meeting with me on a regular basis, which is somewhat weekly, but you're going to also have tools where you can contact me or ask me questions outside of your regular sessions. With the one-on-one coaching, you also have the opportunity to have someone to help you work on your wardrobe as well as your skincare. And it does not matter whether you're male or female. I have a team of professionals who can help you with your wardrobe, or your skincare, whether you're male or female. And I know some of you guys may be saying, I don't need help with my skincare. Well, the thing is, you want your skin to be looking as wonderful and glowing as possible, whether you're a male or a female. And I'm going to tell you, the ladies pay attention to your skin, in case you hadn't noticed. We pay attention to your skin real early in the game. So one of the real big benefits of having these courses and having the one-on-one is that I'm going to really be able to get to know you deeply. And I tell you, my first experience with a coach one-on-one was just explosive. This woman, she had already studied my skin. She'd studied my temperament. She had already retained in her mind what kind of things I liked, what I didn't like. And she kept me accountable. And through all of my years, one-on-one coaching has been the one thing in my life that has helped me really, really make strides in whatever I was doing. So this is the great benefit of having this one-on-one coaching. And again, you can choose packages or courses that work for your budget. Let me check these questions out over here, these comments. I like this. It says, your skin can say things about you that you aren't aware of. My. Oh, and then I think I've heard you also say this other thing, that your clothes talk about you behind your back. So let me tell you, when you're dating and you're going to be up close with someone, you definitely don't want your skin talking about you or your clothes talking about you. So getting this type of assistance can make wonders, can just make things fierce for you and awesome, or shall I say awesomely better for you, not just in your dating arena, but think about how it can also affect your business arena as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I got corrected. No, your clothing say ugly things about you behind your back. Okay, so we don't want either one of those happening. The fifth thing I wanted to talk about here when it comes to working with me as a dating coach. So many people say, I don't have time. I don't have time. But here's the deal. We are going to work together so that we are coordinating not only time for you to have your sessions with me, but time for you to be dating as well. And let me tell you, if you happen to be a weekend warrior, then that's just fine. I have a client, she's a weekend warrior. The first time I talked with her, she didn't really tell me about this. She just said, well, I can't come at that time. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was 3 or 4 months later. Mind you, she could have been having sessions with me if she had simply told me this fact right here, that she worked on Friday night. So I'm going to put over here in the comments the link to my calendar. And back to this young lady. She's a weekend warrior. So what we did was we simply just went off the grid and we created a schedule that would work for her and for me so that she could get in her sessions and get in her dating. So there's a calendar in the chat if you want to go ahead and reserve your spot so that we can have that initial consult. It's right there at your fingertips. But like I said, we're going to work together so that you can have time for your sessions as well as time for dating also. And if we have to go off the grid to get it to work, we'll make it work somehow. So let me see if there's something else over here in this chat. I don't see anything new yet. So let's move on to number 6. This is actually my final point. 6, gifts and surprises. And I know you weren't ready for this, were you? Gifts and surprises. You see, the thing is, a good coach really pays attention to you and learns what it is that you need, what you desire in all areas of your life. And that is what I do. There was a woman working with me, and she definitely wanted to level up her dating life, but she also had other aspirations. And this one particular thing that she had was she wanted to level up her prophetic anointing. And myself being a minister, I knew what that meant, and I knew how important it was to her. So what I did on her birthday was I presented her with a fairly expensive book that I knew would help her a ton in that arena. She was not expecting it. And like I said, it had nothing to do with us working on her dating relationship. But that is who I am as a dating coach. I'm always keeping my eyes peeled for things that I may even have here on my bookshelf, some recordings I might have. I may even come across another person, another professional's um, article or their recording that I know may help you with something that you desire. And so you may find yourself receiving some extra gifts, extra surprises that are really, they may be related to your dating or they may not be related to your dating. Because I want you to be a well rounded person, period. So, what I can do to help, I will help because I'm always about giving you a bit more than what it is that you actually came to me for. And you're not going to find a lot of coaches or professionals who do that. But yes, I want you to be all that you can be. And I'm here to help you, or shall I say, I am here to serve you so that you get to those goals in the future that you truly desire to have. So I'm going to check over here in the comments. I don't see anything new happening over there. Again, I just want to remind you that there's links here in the comments. You can reserve a spot on my calendar. We can have that initial consult and we can work out how I'm going to assist you in leveling up your dating experience, or shall I say, leveling up your interracial dating experience. We also have our newsletter that is coming out this week titled Interracial Love Chronicles, Insights to Navigating Your Interracial Dating Experience. That is also in the comments. And I am looking forward to seeing your name on that list that's going to be sending out that newsletter. And I'm also looking for your name over there on my calendar. Well, those are the 6 points that I wanted to share with you about how you can benefit from working with me, April the Loveologist, and what it might be like to work with me, April the Loveologist. So I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, and I'm the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing it with a friend. And I'll see you next week when we talk about matchmaking. So, bye bye for now.